Welcome to That's a Sign, the podcast created by the astrologers behind the Moon X app. In each episode, we explore the mysteries of the zodiac signs, diving into their unique traits and how they manifest in various aspects of life. If you're tuning in for the first time and haven't checked out our app yet, don't wait. Download Moon X now on the App Store or Google Play. Today's episode is all about Sagittarius, one of the most inspiring and adventurous signs, right in the heart of its season. We'll cover the key astrological traits of Sagittarius and share practical insights on how this energy shows up in love, work, and friendships. To bring these ideas to life, we'll also look at the natal charts of three remarkable individuals who each embody a unique side of Sagittarius energy: Jimmi Hendrix, Vujicic, and Britney Spears. We chose these figures not just for their fame, but because their charts offer powerful insights into the Sagittarius archetype, making astrology understandable and accessible for everyone. So, let's get started. Sagittarius, the ninth sign of the zodiac, is a constellation that shines boldly in the night sky, depicting a centaur archer aiming their arrow at the heavens. This fiery sign carries a reputation as the philosopher, adventurer, and eternal seeker of the zodiac. If you've ever wondered why some people seem born to explore the world, both literally and intellectually, it's probably because they have Sagittarius energy lighting up their chart. Astrologically, Sagittarius embodies the element of fire and the mutable modality. As a fire sign, Sagittarius radiates energy, enthusiasm, and a zest for life. Their fire burns brightly, but doesn't stay contained. It seeks to light up new paths, warm others with their optimism, and blaze trails in uncharted territories. Their energy can be contagious, sparking excitement wherever they go. As a mutable sign, Sagittarius embodies adaptability, openness, and a readiness to embrace change. Mutable signs in astrology mark the transition between seasons, and for Sagittarius, this corresponds to the shift from autumn to winter. This in-between nature makes Sagittarius flexible and quick to adjust their plans when new opportunities arise. They're not just explorers, they're improvisers, thriving on the unpredictability of life's journey. While their mutable energy makes them skilled at navigating complexity, it can also lead to a scattered focus. However, their ability to flow with life's changes is what keeps their arrows flying toward ever-evolving horizons. The Archer's ruling planet, Jupiter, is the giant of the solar system, and its astrological influence is just as grand. Jupiter symbolizes growth, abundance, and luck, but it also pushes Sagittarius to go big, or go home. This can lead to boundless optimism and a thirst for experience. However, like a bowstring pulled too tight, Sagittarians sometimes overstretch, leading to a tendency to overpromise or take on too much. Yet, even in their missteps, their genuine enthusiasm and faith in life tend to win others over. Sagittarius is unique in that it doesn't traditionally host planets in exaltation, fall, or detriment. This reflects the sign's inherently expansive and optimistic nature, which aligns harmoniously with most planetary energies. The South Node is sometimes considered exalted in Sagittarius, symbolizing the sign's deep connection to wisdom and spiritual insights rooted in past experiences. However, this idea isn't universally accepted. The exaltations of the lunar nodes, South Node in Sagittarius, North Node in Gemini, were noted in early medieval Arabic astrology. While modern Vedic astrology emphasizes these positions, they have been rarely used in Western traditions and are not universally agreed upon. And some astrologers think that Mercury, the planet of communication and intellect, is in fall in Sagittarius. Sagittarians often prefer to dive into the why rather than dwell on the how, making their storytelling vibrant but occasionally prone to embellishment. But even with that, it doesn't signify an overwhelming disadvantage. Rather, it highlights Sagittarius's preference for big-picture thinking over detail-oriented precision. In matters of the heart, Sagittarians often choose partners who share their enthusiasm for life, intellectual curiosity, and desire to explore new horizons. Emotional depth is important, but so is the ability to keep things light and fun. They absolutely can't stand possessiveness, jealousy, or partners who try to restrict their freedom. Sagittarians also dislike dishonesty or insincerity, so they're quick to walk away from relationships where they feel they cannot trust their partner. Sagittarians are like the character of Iris, played by Kate Winslet in The Holiday. She's adventurous and independent, and while she cares deeply about her relationships, she values freedom and personal growth above all. By the way, if you're looking for the perfect cozy romantic comedy to watch during the upcoming winter season, The Holiday is an excellent choice. With its warm atmosphere, festive setting, and themes of self-discovery and love, this movie is sure to brighten your winter days. In the work sphere, Sagittarians are excellent problem solvers and innovators, often coming up with solutions that others might overlook. They thrive in roles where they can be intellectually stimulated, and they often gravitate toward careers in teaching, writing, journalism, entrepreneurship, or anything that allows them to share knowledge and inspire others. Above all, they dislike jobs that are monotonous, routine, or overly structured, where they're confined to narrow tasks without room for exploration or creativity. They also struggle with excessive bureaucracy and hierarchical environments that stifle their freedom to take initiative. Similarly, in The Devil Wears Prada, Andy Sachs, Anne Hathaway, starts out in a rigid, less than thrilling job, but evolves into a more dynamic and independent figure, learning that the world of high fashion can offer both excitement and self-discovery. As friends, Sagittarius brings an infectious energy to their friendships and are always ready to embark on spontaneous adventures or a last-minute idea. However, due to their love for freedom and independence, they might sometimes come off as distant or unreliable, especially if they feel their personal space is being encroached upon. We will also dedicate our story to 3 incredible individuals, each of whom embodies a unique facet of Sagittarius. These people are not just inspiring. They break stereotypes, pave their own paths, and show what it means to live with fire in your heart. Let's start with Jimi Hendrix. Jimi Hendrix is a genius of the guitar and a musical revolution. This adventurous Sagittarius blew up the world with his playing, turning rock music upside down and proving that true freedom begins within. He's got a stellium in this sign that consists of the Sun, Mercury, and Venus. Also, Jimmy's rising sign is also the Archer. His path, marked by creativity and self-reinvention, resonates deeply with the Sagittarian qualities of exploration and breaking boundaries. Interestingly, Hendrix himself was a devotee of astrology and spirituality. At his 1970 concert in Hawaii, he famously invited the audience to divide according to their sun signs. Hendrix's approach to learning music was anything but traditional. As a self-taught guitarist, he didn't follow conventional music theory or notation. Instead of using sheet music, he recorded his rhythms on a tape recorder or used colors to communicate musical ideas. Hendrix's breakthrough in the U.S. came after a series of setbacks, including a hard time breaking into the American music scene. However, everything changed after he caught the attention of Chaz Chandler, bassist for The Animals, who saw Hendrix perform at the Café Wah in New York. After seeing Hendrix play guitar with his teeth, Chandler was convinced of Hendrix's potential and decided to help him move to the UK. These experiences highlight the quintessential traits of a Sagittarius: determination, a relentless pursuit of individuality, and a willingness to take risks. And also, Jimmy's sun opposes Uranus, emphasizing his need for innovation and breaking away from tradition. He once said, "I am the one who's got to take the fall for all this new stuff," which reveals his recognition of being both a pioneer and an outsider. Hendrix's musical style, particularly his work in the psychedelic rock genre, can also be linked to his Venus in the 12th house in Sagittarius. The 12th house represents the realm of the subconscious, hidden emotions, and spiritual exploration, while Venus governs creativity, love, and beauty. This genre, known for its mind-expanding qualities and its exploration of altered states of consciousness, aligns with the idealism and expansiveness of Sagittarius, as well as the 12th house's focus. One of his most famous songs, Purple Haze, was inspired by a dream where he found himself walking underwater. This ties in beautifully with his moon in Cancer, which speaks to an emotional depth and a strong connection to his subconscious. Moreover, with Jupiter exalted in Cancer and serving as the chart ruler, Hendrix's ability to tap into his emotions and transform them into art is amplified. Hendrix's iconic boho style, with its vibrant colors, eclectic mix of patterns, and flamboyant flair, can also be connected to his Venus. And Jim's relationships with women were often tumultuous, and his attraction to electric ladies a term he coined for the strong, unpredictable women he was drawn to, can be directly linked to his Venus in the 12th house too. Hendrix's life and legacy resonate deeply with the Sagittarian archetype. He was a pioneer, someone who never settled for the ordinary and was constantly searching for new ways to express his artistry. His ability to transcend conventional boundaries in music, his fearless individuality, and his drive to challenge societal norms make him a true embodiment of Sagittarius. Hendrix didn't just play music, he reshaped it, taking it to uncharted territories, and his story continues to inspire generations of musicians and artists today. The next hero is a man whose story reminds us that the impossible is possible. His life-affirming optimism and fortitude are a vivid reflection of the philosophical side of Sagittarius, which can inspire millions to believe in themselves. I'm talking about Nick Vujicic. Nick Vujicic's life story beautifully reflects the astrological influences in his chart, especially with Sun, Mercury, Venus, Uranus, Neptune, and Ascendant all in Sagittarius. Born without arms and legs, Nick struggled with these hard physical limitations and learned to do things even with deformed limbs. He was the first handicapped student who was permitted to attend a public school in Australia. Even so, he was bullied, laughed at, and considered different. Life for Nick was unfair, and when he was only 10 years old, he thought of ending his life as an escape from loneliness. Nick's early struggles with loneliness and bullying reflect the difficult and sometimes painful aspects of his 12th house placements. His 12th house, which governs isolation, suffering, and hidden aspects of life, is strongly activated by his Sun, Mercury, Venus, and Uranus. The turning point in Nick's life came when his mother showed him the article about a man who found happiness despite being disabled. This moment of clarity echoes the Sagittarian trait of searching for purpose and a higher truth, often through an external source of wisdom or a new belief system. The article gave Nick the hope and perspective he needed, which shifted his mindset from despair to purpose. In 1999, he began speaking at churches, prisons, schools, and orphanages, and soon started a nonprofit organization called Life Without Limbs. By the way, churches and prisons are also places with strong 12th house energy. Today, Nick Vujicic is a successful entrepreneur, motivational speaker, husband, and father of 4 children. He continues to inspire millions of people around the world by sharing his unique experience of overcoming life's challenges. Believing in the power of dreams and the possibility of miracles, Vujicic keeps a pair of shoes in his closet, in hopes that he will need them someday. And the following one is Britney Spears, a pop culture icon who has won the hearts of millions with her talent, charisma, and tenacity. Her path is not only about music, but also about the freedom to be herself, no matter what. The Sun-Uranus conjunction is an unpleasant aspect in itself, because it's an opposition planet. They rule the opposite signs of Leo and Aquarius and carry directly opposite qualities. Plus, these destructive qualities are emphasized by Lilith. Desires, which a person should ideally burn from within according to the Sun, are rejected, faced with the detachment and coldness of Uranus. Weak Uranus, working at low frequencies, ruins the mind, represented by Mercury, bringing psychological disorders and addictions. After completing her first tour, which lasted 10 months of continuous concerts and performances, Britney returned home, and after 6 days, she started working on new material. As she said at a lot of the interviews, Britney truly wanted a better life for her parents. It seems to be a worthy wish, but by the Sun's tension in the chart, it reads as deserving the love of the father. Sagittarius Sun craves recognition and pride from the father. World-class recognition she has received, but it doesn't ignite the spark that only a father ignites. In addition, Uranus ruled her moon in Aquarius in the 5th house, and it was this position that brought a hard relationship with her mother, who published a book about all the secrets of her daughter. We don't know the true motivation of this gesture. However, it obviously wasn't to benefit Britney's reputation. With that position somewhere on the parallel paths of reality that Britney didn't take, she could have been the possessor of a brilliant intellect and a great teacher. Wacky, crazy, maybe a little bit misunderstood, but brilliant. However, Britney Spears has bisextiled luminaries, as well as the 1st house, Saturn, and Pluto, which make her an unkillable soldier and phoenix bird. For all her breakdowns and unstable psyche, Britney is a person incredibly resilient and indomitable. able to survive any crisis. Here, our tribute to Sagittarius comes to an end. We hope that you are interested to learn about the key traits of the sign and to see how they manifest themselves through bright personalities. Don't forget, you can always download the MoonX app for a deeper dive into astrology and personalized recommendations for your sign. Thank you for your attention, and see you in the next issue of That's a Sign. May your energy always be bright.